Welcome to botany class. Let's move to the next topic, ultrastructure of bacterial cell. Ultrastructure of bacterial cell. Bacterial cell which reveals three different layers. They are capsule, cell wall and cytoplasm. The ultrastructure of bacterial cell reveals three different layers. They are capsule, cell wall and cytoplasm. Look at this diagram. It reveals all the three different layers of bacterial cell. The outermost layer, this layer is known as capsule or it is known as glycocalyx. The capsule is otherwise known as glycocalyx. Inner to this capsule there is a layer called cell wall. Inner to cell wall there is a membrane, plasma membrane, and inner to the plasma membrane there is a region called cytoplasm. Let's learn one by one. The outer layer, capsule, there are some bacteria which possess a thick gelatinous layer. This is the thick gelatinous layer. Some bacteria which possess. This is known as capsule. What's the other name of this? It's known as glycocalyx. So what is capsule? There is a thick layer of glycocalyx which is surrounded by this capsule, surrounded by this cell wall, outer to the cell wall. That part is known as capsule. So it's a gelatinous substance. There is a thick gelatinous substance, glycocalyx, which is surrounded by this bacterial cell is known as capsule. This nature of this capsule is sticky. So because of this sticky nature, it helps the bacterial cell to attach the surface of the plant root surfaces or the tissues of animals like tissues or teeth. The substance, the gelatinous, the sticky nature of this helps to attach the substrate. That's the function of this capsule. So capsule is the gelatinous layer or sheath which is sticky in nature and it protects the cell. What's the function of this? It protects the cell from desiccation and antibiotics. The function of capsule is it protects the cell from desiccation and antibiotics. So first write about the layer capsule. What is the other name? Glycocalyx. Capsule or glycocalyx. What's the function? It protects the cell from desiccation and antibiotics. Now inner to this capsule there is a cell wall. Second layer is known as cell wall. The cell wall is rather complex. The composition of cell wall is rather complex. The cell wall which protects the cell. Cell wall is the speciality of the plant cell. Here the cell wall is thick and rigid. So it gives the shape of the bacteria. It's very thick and rigid. It gives rigidity, also it gives the shape of the cell. So this is cell wall. And the composition of cell wall, the cell wall which is made up of this cell wall. The cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan or mucopeptides. So it's made up of peptidoglycan or mucopeptides. peptide. So, composition of cell wall. The cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan or mucopeptides. So, it is rigid, cell wall is rigid, it gives shape to the cell. So, first you write about the capsule, then you write about the cell wall. Now, inner to this cell wall, there is a plasma membrane. So, inner to the cell wall, outside capsule, then cell wall, then plasma membrane. So, plasma membrane which is made up of lipoprotein. So, lipoprotein, and it helps the entry and exit of molecules, small molecules and ions, ion exchange. As usual function it performs. The plasma membrane is semi-transparent. So, this plasma membrane which helps the substance move in and out, entry and exit of the small molecules as well as ions. That is the function of plasma membrane. So, this plasma membrane is made up of lipoprotein. Plasma membrane is made up of lipoprotein. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan or mucopeptides. Now, inner to this plasma membrane, there is a region of cytoplasm. So, this cytoplasm consists of the genetic material as well as the cell inclusions. So, this is the genetic material and these are the cell inclusions. Cell inclusions are present in the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the semi-transparent nature. So, viscous substance is present there which consists of the genetic material and all the cell inclusions, ribosomes, everything is present within the cytoplasm. So, this region is the cytoplasm which consists of all the cell inclusions. Since it is a prokaryotic cell, there is no membrane bound organelle, but it possesses the nuclear material. It is not nucleus, nucleoid material and all the inclusions, cell inclusions are present within the cytoplasm. Let us see one by one what are the things present inside the cytoplasm. So, first of all, there is a genetic material. This is the genetic material which is present there. It is not bounded by cell membrane as it is in eukaryote because it is the prokaryote. The bacteria is a typical example of prokaryotic organism. So, it consists of a genetic material which is known as nucleoid or it's named as, this genetic material is known as nucleoid or it's called as genophore. Genophore or other name is incipient nucleus. Incipient nucleus. This genetic material is single stranded DNA. In bacterial genetic material, that is this nucleoid or genophore is ssDNA, single stranded circular DNA, and this DNA, the nucleoid material in Escherichia coli, E. coli, it's when it is uncoiled, it shows the measurement 1 millimeter length, 1 millimeter length in E. coli. So, it shows 1 millimeter length when it is uncoiled. So, it is a highly coiled structure and it is present which consists of the genetic informations. All the genetic informations are present within this genetic material. And apart from this genetic material, the name of this genetic material is nucleoid or genophore. So, this varies, this genetic material, and apart from this there is a structure called plasmid. Plasmid. So, this plasmid is a extracircular semi-autonomous, it is a extracircular double stranded DNA, extracircular other than this genetic material, common genetic material which is single stranded, highly coiled structure, but this is extracircular and self-replicating autonomous element. So, this element plasmid plays very important role in bacterial cell. So, this plasmid which possesses genes of fertility, what it possesses, the plasmid which plays very important role, it consists of, the plasmid consists of genes of fertility, antibiotic resistant and heavy metals. What are present in it? There are genes of fertility is present in it, antibiotic resistance is present in it, and heavy metals are present in it. Genes of fertility, antibiotic resistant and heavy metals. What are the things present in the plasmid? Normally, genes of fertility. All the genes of fertility is located within the plasmid, and antibiotic resistant as well as heavy metals. And these plasmids are the plasmids which are ranges from 1 to 500 kilobases. 1 to 500 kilobases. So, plasmid, the range of plasmid is 1 to 500 kilobases. And there are number of plasmids. There is a type of plasmid, they are known as F plasmid, R plasmid, Ri plasmid, Ti plasmid. So, they are known as F fertility plasmid, or resistant plasmid, Ri root inducing plasmid, and Ti is tumor inducing plasmid. So, fertility plasmid, resistant plasmid, root inducing plasmid and tumor inducing plasmid. So, based on this, different types of bacteria which consist of different plasmids. So, there is a classification, the plasmid which possess F, or there are different types of plasmids. Sometimes 2 mark question or 3 mark question they ask what are the different types of plasmids. The types of plasmids are F, R, Ri and Ti. What is F? Fertility, because the plasmid which possess genes of fertility, which possess antibiotic resistance and heavy metals. So, this F is fertility plasmid, R is resistant plasmid, Ri is root inducing plasmid and Ti is tumor inducing plasmid. So, this plasmid plays very important role in genetic engineering technology. Nowadays, many fields of science, they are using genetic engineering technology to alter this plasmid, altering the plasmid. With the help of restriction endonucleases, we can cut open and paste with ligase enzyme, and what are the gene of interest can be altered. The gene of interest can be altered. What are the genes can be removed? We can remove it and alter some other gene of interest and make it allow this to replicate as the normal bacteria. So, vaccines and so many proteins and so many things can be produced by this genetic engineering technology. So, plasmids are very important and it plays very important role in day-to-day life. So, this plasmid, types of plasmid is important question, and it possesses genes of fertility, antibiotic resistant and heavy metals. Then, here there is a structure called mesosome. This is known as mesosome. What is mesosome? So, this mesosome is the inclusions or infoldings from the plasma membrane. Mesosomes are infoldings of plasma membrane which forms as a vesicle or tubules or lamellae. Either it forms as a vesicle or it forms as a tubular or tubules or in the form of membrane like lamella. So, mesosomes are folded structures which is highly coiled. It's the inclusion or foldings of this plasma membrane which is in the form of vesicles, tubules or lamellae. So, what is the function of this mesosome? The mesosome helps for respiration and binary fission. What is the function of this mesosome? The mesosome helps in respiration or binary fission, respiration and binary fission. So, reproduction and respiration, it plays very important role. Binary fission, when the cell divides, the common method of division, cell division in bacteria is binary fission. So, this mesosomes helps for respiration as well as this binary fission, cellular respiration and binary fission. That is the function of this mesosome. So, next structure is mesosome. So, first write about capsule, cell wall, cytoplasm, then plasmid, then genetic material, that is incipient nucleus, then mesosome. So, first you write about the capsule, then cell wall, then plasma membrane number 3, then write about the cytoplasm and nucleoid. Number 5, write about nucleoid. Number 6, plasmid. Now, this also contains, so this genetic material, sometimes in Escherichia coli, this genetic material, it's believed that at one point it's attached to the plasma membrane. So, inner to this outside capsule, then cell wall, then plasma membrane. So, this genetic material in Escherichia coli, it's believed that it's attached at one point in the plasma membrane and it helps the it helps the DNA at the time of replication. It helps to separate at the time of replication. So, when the DNA replicates, when it is attached to the plasma membrane, at one point it helps to separation. So, at the time of replication, it helps to separate. Then, next structure is, there are some inclusions. What are the inclusions present in it? There is ribosome. There are ribosomes are present in it. So, next you write about ribosomes. The inclusions which consist of here, not only ribosome, ribosome is one of the inclusion and it also possesses, the inclusion possesses gas vesicles. There are some gas vesicles and there are some glycogen and sulfur granules. All these granules also present in the cytoplasm of bacteria. What are the cell inclusions? The inclusions which consist of cell gas vesicles. There are some vesicles, vacuole-like structure, vesicles are present, that are gas vesicles. Then glycogen granules are there and sulfur granules also there. So, these all considered as inclusions, cell inclusions. So, next you write about cell inclusion. 7, cell inclusion. Then, in the cell wall, there is another substance is present, the cell wall, which is made up of polypeptide. So, this cell wall consists of this cell wall, to the capsule there is a cell wall which also possesses polypeptide. There is an important polypeptide present in it, is known as porin. Porin is very important polypeptide. So, this porin helps to dissolve the solutes. The solutes are dissolved in the porin. So, porin, the cell wall which is made up of peptidoglycan and mucopeptide, also the cell wall which consists of polypeptide. So, one of the important polypeptide present in this cell wall is porin. What is the function of porin? Function of porin is important, which helps to diffusion of solutes. The solutes are diffused in the porin. The porin is a polypeptide. Now, The plasma membrane also, which consists of some enzymes. The plasma membrane is semi-transparent. It is this entry and exist of ions as well as the small molecules. In addition to this, there are some enzymes. Enzymes which present in this or helps to oxidation of metabolites. Oxidation of metabolites at that at the time of respiration as well as photosynthesis. In photosystem is present in certain bacteria, there are photosynthesis. So at that time this oxidation of metabolites, the enzymes present in the plasma membrane is help. So plasma membrane which consists of enzyme, in addition to this substance, the function of plasma membrane is it transport entry and transport materials, entry and exit of substances like ions as well as the small molecules. In addition, there are oxidation of metabolites for respiration as well as photosystems. Now next write about flagellum. So this is inclusion. After that, number 8, the structure which possesses flagellum. This is the flagellum. Flagella is a small hair-like appendage. This is the flagella. A small hair-like appendages which is attached at the cell wall. So this is the locomotory organ of bacterium. The locomotory organ of bacterium is flagella. So it is a small hair-like appendages. Now, apart from this flagellum, there are another structure called pilus. The pilus is a small appendage, hair-like appendage. So this appendages or helps for attachment, and in addition to the normal pili, there are some pilus at the time of reproduction. It helps at the time of conjugation. There is a conjugation tube forms because of this pilus. That pilus are known as sex pili. So pilus is another appendages. Flagellum is another appendage. Flagellum is used for locomotion. Pilus it helps for the attachment, mainly at the time of conjugation. It forms the conjugation tube. So this pilus which is help for reproduction or at the time of conjugation is known as sex pili. So what are the structure which is present in the bacterial cell? Start from capsule. It's very important 5-mark question. Ultrastructure of bacterial cell. So this pilus is otherwise called as fimbriae. Fimbriae. What's the other name of pilus? It's fimbriae. And in the cell inclusions there is a ribosome. So this ribosome is actually 70S type. This 70S type of ribosome which consists of the ribosome which consists of 2 subunit, a small subunit and a larger subunit. So this small 70S which possess 50S and 30S, which possess 50S and 30S. And this ribosomes, in this the ribosomes are many or group. So these ribosomes are held with as a group in the mRNA. So they are known as polyribosomes. So ribosomes present in bacteria is in the form of polyribosome. You know the meaning poly. Poly is many. So group of ribosomes attached in the mRNA, held in the mRNA, that is known as polyribosome. So each one is 2-mark question, each terms. So what is the ultrastructure of bacterial cell? Mainly it reveals three layers: capsule, cell wall and cytoplasm, but it contains many different regions. So you explain in 10 different parts. The last part you explain as ribosome, polyribosome. Capsule, cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleoid, plasmid, pilus, inclusions and plasmid, mesosome, genetic material. Learn this question and draw this diagram before the next class. Thank you.